Ngozi did not sleep that night. Every time she closed her eyes, she saw the baby, the one who had stopped crying the moment she touched him. The one who died shortly afterward. The market gossip spread like wildfire, painting her with whispers she didn't want to hear. Her luck is strange. She touches you and things change. Since when does that woman have so much money? She kept her head down, kept frying akra, kept breathing as if it did not feel like something invisible was tightening around her throat. The clay pot sat beside her bed like an accusation. She didn't open it. She didn't want to know what lived inside. But every night, the shadows in her room grew thicker, gathering in corners where shadows didn't belong. The air turned cold in a way the warm season never allowed. 3 nights after the child's burial, she heard it again. Ngozi. Her entire body froze. No, she whispered. Not now. Leave me alone. But the spirit did not leave. It formed behind her, a presence she could feel but not see, like a tall figure bending over her shoulder. You have tasted what I give, the voice whispered, low and ancient. Now you must pay. Ngozi trembled. I paid already. You paid nothing. The spirit's voice slithered into her ear. What happened to that child was a whisper of my power. A breath. Payment comes after the gift. Ngozi clasped her hands together. I don't want the gift anymore. Too late, it said. The door is open. Ngozi turned, tears slipping down her face. What do you want from me? To continue. The shadows in the room thickened. To grow. The clay pot vibrated. To feed. And then someone knocked on her door. Hard. Urgent. Ngozi. Open up. It's important. It was Uche, the only person who spoke to her without suspicion, the one who sometimes bought akra from her even when he had no money. A kind man. Too kind. The spirit hissed. He enters, he dies. Unless you choose another. Ngozi felt the word tilt. The meaning hit her like a blow. No, she whispered. No. I won't kill him. Then name someone else. A pause. Just one. And your freedom is yours. Her breath trembled. One name. One person. Just one. She could end it all, her fear, the cold nights, the shadow that watched her sleep if she sacrificed someone else. She pressed her hands to her ears. No. No. I will not. The knocking grew louder. Ngozi. Please, open. The spirit's voice narrowed into a razor's edge. Choose. Ngozi shook her head fiercely. I choose no one. Part 6, The Death That Breathes. Silence. A deep, unnatural silence. The pot cracked loudly, splitting down the side. Then the spirit screamed, an agonized, ancient howl that shook her walls. The lamp's flame died instantly. The air turned to ice. A force slammed into her chest, knocking her to the floor. You dare refuse me? Ngozi crawled backward, choking as invisible hands closed around her throat. Yes, she gasped, tears streaming down her face. Kill me if you want, but I won't let you kill another innocent soul. The grip tightened. Her heartbeat slowed. Her vision dimmed. She felt her spirit slipping. Fading. Leaving her body. A cold voice followed her into the darkness. A life must pay. A debt must close. Ngozi's body spasmed violently. She stopped breathing. Her pulse faded. The world went silent. For a moment. Ngozi's soul hovered at the edge of something vast and endless. Then. The spirit hesitated. A breath. A whisper. Courage is rare. The grip loosened. Light rushed into her chest as if someone poured life back into her. Ngozi inhaled sharply, coughing, gasping, clawing at the air. Her heartbeat surged painfully, but it was there, alive. Her sight returned in blurry shapes. She lay on the floor, trembling. The pot burst into a scatter of dust. The shadows peeled away and sank into the cracks of the earth. The presence evaporated. She waited, breathing, shaking, until she was certain. The spirit was gone. Gone completely. A soft knock came again. Gentler this time. Ngozi. Uche's voice. Worried. Human. Alive. She stood up on weak legs and opened the door. Uche stared at her pale face. What happened? You look like you fought death itself. Ngozi swallowed. I did, she whispered. Uche blinked. What? Ngozi shook her head. Never mind. It's over. He looked around her tiny room. Do you want me to stay until you sleep? This place feels cold. Ngozi managed a tiny smile. Not anymore. He hesitated, then nodded and stepped back. If you need anything, call me. I'm nearby. She watched him leave. Then she walked to the center of her room, knelt on the floor, and exhaled long and slow. She had no money left. No magic. No spirit. Nothing supernatural to feed her hunger. But she had her life. She had her conscience. And that, she realized, was a kind of wealth no spirit could ever grant. Ngozi lay down on her mat. For the first time in many nights, she slept. And nothing followed her into her dreams. The story of Ngozi teaches a deep and painful truth: desperation can open doors that should never be touched. When hunger, loneliness, or suffering becomes unbearable, we may feel tempted by shortcuts, dark offers, or easy solutions, especially ones that promise wealth without effort. But every gift that bypasses honesty carries a hidden price, and the price is always greater than the reward. Ngozi learned that true prosperity cannot be bought with innocent lives, fear, or supernatural bargains. In choosing courage over convenience, sacrifice over selfishness, she proved that character is worth more than comfort. Integrity is stronger than temptation. Any power that demands blood is a power meant to destroy. Real freedom comes from rejecting evil, even when doing so costs you everything. The biggest lesson is simple. It's better to struggle with dignity than to rise by darkness. It's better to lose everything than to lose yourself. Ngozi walked away with nothing but her life, and that life was worth more than all the wealth the spirit could ever offer. When the world offers you an easy path soaked in darkness, choose the harder path lit by your own courage. Ngozi did, and she won her soul. Sometimes the greatest wealth you can have is the ability to look at your reflection and feel no shame. Not every blessing is from God. Not every shortcut is safe. Choose wisely. Struggle does not make you weak. Saying no to evil, when it's easier to say yes, is the strongest thing a human can do. She asked for help. Darkness answered. But courage replied louder.